God damn it, Cougar.
That's not right.
Oh, I hate you, Cougar.
Should have played Dust in the Wind.
That would have been funny. Hey, what's going on, KVKL? It is time for the podcast. This is not NFL Films. I am your host, CJ Cobra Kai. Along with my co-hosts, we got Ben Hutnick,
Hello, everybody.
Jason Cougar Huang.
The Raiders!
Goddamn right.
All right.
Pete, MV Pete. I can't remember your last name.
Lughead. Lawhead, sorry.
How
we doing?
And Noah, he's a jerk. No one likes him.
Mr. Nice Guy. Still come. Just
I mean, you can still come, but we're just not going to be here. But yeah.
Drinks are still cheap and delicious.
Yes, that they are. You're just not going to see a table of us just, sitting here talking about kickball.
You never know.
We won't have any mics or anything. We'll just have a table. All right. It was, championship weekend this weekend. So, should we talk about that?
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, everybody, for chipping in. That was rough for some people.
It was a very long day for some people.
Yep.
Yeah.
There was
Both playing and drinking.
Yeah,
so.
there was like a lot of, some people played 3 games, some people reffed 3 or 4 games.
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm. But Shipley wore his reffing outfit. I thought that was really cute.
All right.
So I gotta ask, what happened with our Korean barbecue dinner competition?
That kind of just I got senioritis there, and I just did not pay attention to what was going on.
I take that as you lost and just don't want to buy us dinner.
No, actually, I have not kept score the entire season, so there we go.
All right, we should go back and do that, and then we'll just ship you some Korean barbecue, snail mail.
I'll be back in like October or
all right.
some other time.
That'll
Yeah.
work.
Okay. In the boot playoffs here, we got Rockets 10, Liberty Hall 5. Phil, you want to come up here?
Come on up.
Also, disco does not suck.
Oh, it sucks.
He's referring to my shirt, by the way, which
No,
establishes that disco does suck.
Definitively.
100%. 100%.
Now, before I talk about that game, I do need to issue an apology to Liberty Hall.
Did you say that Netflix is way better?
And like I was implying last week, they are not degenerate creeps. They are not ruining the sport of kickball. They don't cheat on every play. So I owe an apology to the ladies and gentlemen and Mick.
Okay.
If you guys had lost, would you be recanting or doubling
No,
down?
I would have stood by that. Yeah,
I'm going to rent a bunch of videos from there and just fucking rip them apart and bring it back.
no,
go ahead.
Super fun game. Maybe my favorite team to play in the league. Just temperamentally, we're very evenly matched. We all have fun. Just went well, good back and forth, and then we pulled ahead. Our offense started clicking, which has been doing more lately, wasn't earlier. That's about it.
Okay.
Oh, they were missing their secret weapon, Miller, so give him a hard time if you see him, because he's the reason they lost.
Chris Miller?
Miller?
You mean the 2003 champion, Chris Miller?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just Miller with the beard.
Yeah. Miller time.
All right. Well, go ahead and stay right there, Phil, because due to the other game being a forfeit, the final was Rockets 15, Grandstand 8.
Congrats on the boot.
Congrats.
Thank you, the Cougar Booter.
Oh,
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah, I
It's
think
not named after me. Quit it.
I think Phil is the first person to go from winning the cup and the boot in back-to-back years.
Back-to-back years.
Yeah, it's official now. Feels good.
Is that a trend up or down? I can't tell. I kind of.
It's
I like the boot.
lateral move.
Yeah.
At least I've
And,
won just in general there, champ.
Hey, not many people know this. I didn't know this, but when you win the boot, you're allowed to modify it. You can add something to it.
Yeah.
So I got, well...
Oh, God. I can imagine
It's
what
not that
you
bad.
got.
Well, because we were talking about how, like, the the cup for the big one, like that thing is basically radioactive at this point. There's been stuff in there that I can't even talk. I mean, there's no restriction on what I can talk about on this podcast. I'm still not going to talk about it. And Nick Lerner, you know what I'm talking about.
Damn it, boss.
So we're thinking like, oh, don't ever drink out of that thing. I don't know if it's too late for KTC, but don't drink out of that.
They just broke it.
Yeah, they just broke
And
it.
now it's missing.
That's
But
my captain.
we-
You get it, Hannah.
But we will be attaching a little rocket-shaped shot glass to the boot.
It's not going to be truck nuts.
Nah, wait. Oh, yeah, maybe. I don't know. We didn't think about that. It's
Also, because it's the Cougar Cup, they didn't tell you, but you guys went a date with Cougar.
not true.
The fuck?
Where do you want to go?
There we go. Yeah. Yeah.
When did I get subjected to this?
Just now.
Damn it.
All right.
There you go.
We kinda stole
Let's go
Cougar's
to the Korean barbecue
individualism.
place there, Phil. Let's not.
Yeah.
Cougar,
delicious.
your identity is licensed by the KVKL.
All right.
I showed up. You're right.
Thanks,
All right.
Phil. Congrats,
Thanks,
Rockets.
Phil.
Way to go.
wait. Phil, you had a grand slam. You didn't blow the grand slam? Yeah, he had a grand slam, yeah. The ball that was like 6 inches off the ground, and yeah. So congratulations on grand slam in the 7th inning.
Nice.
And you quit playing the game afterwards.
Yeah, Phil joins.
Yeah.
Jokes aside, though, Phil joins an exclusive list of people that have won hardware 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. In a game that probably should not have come as a surprise for some people, Bunt and Grind and Corksuckers ended up being a forfeit.
Gosh dang it.
On the plus side, our propensity to pick against Bunt and Grind really paid off here.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. Johnny's Tavern 21, Corksuckers 9. Way to go.
Timothy.
Way to go.
Yeah, Corksuckers was
Tim?
probably worn out from sitting around waiting for Bunt and Grind to show up.
What probably really did it is they had a little fun run around with the Bunt and Grind folks that still stuck around. And I think really that's what did it.
What tired him out?
Tired him out.
All right.
Actually, I mean, that's not it at all. Johnny's crew really took advantage of the little mistakes that happened in the infield and the outfield, and we played our game and ran fast around the bases.
All right.
That's a good way to win.
Did you shave,
Yeah.
Tim?
Don't ask.
You did? Okay.
It's a sore subject.
Oh, okay.
No, stop.
Thank you, Bunt and Grind, for sticking around to provide 4 refs for that game, though.
Yeah.
3. Whatever.
Okay. Sacred Sword 2, Reboot X 8. Yeah, pretty straightforward, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why you picked Sacred Sword last week, but
Yeah.
you're a moron.
I've been checked out since about week 3, man.
Oh, right. Forgot about that.
Kicking Assets 16, Free State 9.
Ooh.
Maurice,
Ooh. Spread was a lot more than I thought it would be. I thought it'd be a little bit closer than this.
Yeah, Seth owes me a 24-pack now.
yes, Bryson.
Go
I
ahead,
don't know if Maurice will have
You-
more to
you weren't
say
even
about
playing in this
I
game.
watched. My team was reffing, man. I ref for a half an inning as well.
Oh, man.
Oh, my
Way to
God.
step up.
Should have just been like I saw a half inning of the game and I got a really good beat on it.
Yeah.
Well, I almost got ejected by Hannah because I was standing on the field before I came on to ref for half an inning. But honestly, Free State got their ass kicked. It was bad. Like they got a couple like scrappy runs, but like they were getting their ass handed to them by Kicking Assets.
Yeah, it was like
which-
10-1 in the 5th or something.
Yeah, like
that.
I didn't know
Yeah,
Kicking Assets
Jesus.
were that good, but it was like a complete and total dismantling of Free State. And then Free State started yelling at each other, and that was kind of funny too. So
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah,
when
that
they start yelling at each other, they start scoring. That's why they came back in this game. They should really start out getting into arguments.
Yeah,
I
pretty
feel like
much.
the team would be better.
Yeah.
You're hoping Mookie would just get kicked out of the game.
Oh, jeez.
Was Mookie yelling at the refs?
Woost 12, Lucky Berry 14. Derek, you want to come talk about this?
Derek. By the way, congratulations, Derek, to you and Aaron.
What?
What?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so.
Thank you. Yeah, that game was. It worked in our favor surprisingly well, seeing how we started with 8 people. My co-captain and two of our ladies were at a Royals game. He's like, we'll come in real hot. And then I get a message at like 5 o'clock. He's like, we're going to be late. I was like, what's late? 5:30. So we started with 8 people. Thank God I had enough ladies to actually get started, because if I had to take a forfeit, I'd probably just rage quit.
Yeah, Andy Dalton walked over to YSC1 to ask me what the rules are for adding.
Yeah.
And I was like, what do you mean, who? And I looked over and I saw it was you guys, and I was like,
It's very sparse.
fucking Derek!
Yeah. But, you know, and I told my team, I was like, look, we've been in this position earlier this year.
Yep.
We just gotta wait it out till we get reinforcements. And I don't know, but by the second inning, it was like 6-1, 7-1. Like, we came out just swinging on them. And for the first, like, 6 innings, it felt like we could do no wrong. We scored every inning, it felt like. And then they just were slow to pick up. But they were figuring out towards the, 8th, 9th inning. I think if we had 2 more innings, it could have turned. But it was a great game.
Yeah, they made a game of it.
Yeah, definitely.
One of my outfielders, Matt Jarmer, he had a ball bounce over for a triple, got us a run. That was pretty cool.
Nice.
All
was
right.
it.
Thank you, Derek.
Okay, thanks, Derek. Stay
And
right
yes,
there.
congratulations on your betrothal.
Oh, thank you.
I hope your dowry is in line.
I asked for 4 goats.
Should probably ask for a couple fucking players.
Stay right there, because we're going to talk about the next game. Kicking Assets 17. Lucky Berry 1.
Woo!
Yeah.
So just a repeat from an earlier conversation with Bryce. Kicking Assets just came out and dismantled us.
Clearly.
Yeah, there was no stopping. And I was like, dude, they've been sitting for like an hour. They're going to be tired and, just not ready to play. And we
Stiff.
just came off a game, like same game plan, guys. Changed the lineup a little bit to, different team, trying to figure out where we're going to do stuff. And nothing happened. Couldn't get our kicks down. And they were like just slicing the ball between 3 people. No defense against it. Aggressive base running. And it was just, it was a shit show from us. Just couldn't do anything. Once again, Matt Jarmer, we had the wind change. It was kind of windy and breezy out there. The wind was kind of coming into the right and finally pushed out to the right. And he had a nice little flat kick, and it just kept going and going and burned
he kicked
Ben
a
right,
home
and he
run.
got a standing home run. It was great.
Yeah.
So that was our only highlight as far as offense goes.
Breaking up the shutout.
Pretty much. That was all I wanted. And then, they told us it was like 15 after 100 or an hour and 20 minutes. I was like, yeah, we'll just call it. But the other team hadn't showed up, so we played through until they did show up, and then we were just like, yeah, we're done.
All right.
So congratulations, Kicking Assets.
Yeah, that's a good little run, Derek, and congratulations on not forfeiting.
Small victories.
Small victories. Baby steps.
First time in 3 years.
God.
Johnny 16. Reboot X 7.
Here comes Tim again.
Yeah.
He left it all out on the field, including his mustache.
Yeah, no, that was later. First off, I forgot to thank everybody that came and helped to move our game from 3:30 to 5. If that wouldn't have happened, we wouldn't be talking about these games right now. We were so strapped on players. I mean, we would have been in a situation where Button Grind was at, where we would have had to forfeit right off the bat. So my hat's off to all those who helped with that. So the reboot game, change of stadium to YSC1, which we all know when the wind is a-blowing from the south, the balls are going to fly to the right. And, man, did they ever. Just about anybody on our team who had a leg, we put one out there, and we put them right in between the outfielders. And, man, we ran around. But Reboot was still able to chip away at us from time to time. But then I think later in the game we just took it and ran with it. Had a couple of home runs, some pretty good stops. But all in all, still another good game. I mean, it was still tough to probably beat a team twice, seen in the same ranked play, but able to pull it out.
All right. Thanks, Tim. You can
Tim.
stay right there, because we're going to talk about the final, which was Johnny's 10, Kicking Assets 12.
I mean,
Tim, explain yourself, man.
I actually have all the explaining to do later. That game was absolutely fantastic. What a hell of a game to play in. Also, just like Bryson said, I was also taken aback from how fantastic Kicking Assets were. I was expecting, I came onto that field thinking, my team's more fit, and we're definitely going to be able to play through this third game a lot better than they are. And then I saw them all walk on the field, and I just kind of in my head went, oh, shit. They're fitter than we are, possibly. And they showed it. They scored on us right off in the bat. No big deal. We came back and got one, went 1-1. And then I think the next inning they went and put 6 on us, and it was 1-7 for quite some time. But, hats off to all my Johnny's crew. Nobody put their head down. If anything, they put their head down and they focused. And we grinded all the way until the 9th inning, and were able to get it back to 10-12, and then I came up to bat, bases loaded, 2 outs, and I pop it straight to their center fielder, and that's the ball game.
Oof.
It was tough. So
Close though.
yeah, it was
Building
close
season.
and a good game. I
Yeah.
mean, it was a hell of a game to watch. Everyone that the few people that decided to watch the play final, we got to see a really good game.
Nice. All right.
Word.
Thanks, Tim.
Marisa, you want to say anything about your team? Just real quick, maybe you guys will stop giving Kicking Assets so much shit and listen to me when I tell you they're good now.
Yeah, how many of you guys actually voted for us? I mean, I don't even
I
think...
didn't.
I'm pretty sure 0.
I'm pretty sure it was
Zero.
Seth, the
Just
one
like
who
last
called
year,
you all
0.
idiots, but,
Well, I picked this entire bracket right when we did it last week. We just didn't pick this final game.
Okay. Go ahead,
In case you
Marissa.
guys were wondering how smart I am.
So I was hoping the rest of my team would come and kind of talk, because I was just in this huge haze of, oh my God, we're gonna die as fucking Johnnies. Like they were just a scary team to come up against. And for one, I want to say a lot of people, they're saying we didn't know that they were so good Kicking Assets. Well, we were in, the 3rd division or whatever, the
Rank play 3.
The rank play 3. That was a tough. I mean, there were some Muddy Waters was in it, Rats was in it, Matadors. They're a team that's scary as too, because they're a good fucking team. And it's like, I mean, we were just last year we didn't play teams that well, they were good teams, but it was matched up a little bit more of like how our team was kind of growing, things like that. So then whenever we didn't get into the Twain, we were used to just trying to fight as hard as we could and just try and keep everything as compact and just execute as much as we could and move base runners around. And that's what, whenever we played with Lucky Berry, that's what we were like really doing, was just trying to get down the whole, okay, let's just move runners, let's bunt, get on, let's stop kicking into the outfield. Because whenever we played with Johnny's, I don't know why, but the first 2 kickers, no one's on base, they kick it right up to their outfield, and their outfield was good. I think there was maybe one mistake that they made where they slid on the grass and we got on maybe a triple or something, maybe even, I don't know, a home run. And really it was just, it was their just slight mistakes that they made that we were able to just kind of get by with. Also, I want to give mad props to, we had our center fielder and our big kicker, Chabe. He showed up in the middle of the Lucky Berry game. We didn't think we were going to have him at all. And he shows up and he actually scores and kicks it way out over their field and just like gets runners in. And
Nice.
But Johnny's was a great game to play. I mean, we were kind of like, we wouldn't mind playing Reboot just because we've never played Johnny's, and they're a scary team to go up against. I mean, they have a lot of great athletes. So and also, before the game, Tim tried to take me out at 14th and Mass with his car. Just pulls out in front, like, there she is. And, it goes up on the curb, kind of gets a little crazy, and then kicks the ball as hard as he can right at my face.
Attempted
Luckily, I catch
vehicular
it.
homicide.
Yes.
Because he knows you're the secret weapon.
and then decapitation by the ball. Like, I caught it somehow, but I mean, it was a really fun game, and I didn't even know that we had won at the end until everyone was like, oh my gosh, kind of relief was over them. And I was like, wait, are you sure we won? Because they got a lot of home runs. I mean, how are we? Not that I didn't have faith in my team, but I couldn't watch for the most part. I think I sat out a couple of the innings just to let the other people play because I was just a nervous wreck, and my team really pulled it together.
When you think you're losing and you black out and then you find out later that you win, they actually call that a Jesse Campbell.
Yeah,
A Jesse Campbell.
yeah, that has happened multiple times.
Yeah, she said that. She said that when she was up here last year. She was like, "I don't even know what happened. I was like blacked out, and all of a sudden we won."
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, it was nice to win the plate 2 years in a row because that's something that never happened. So
Yep.
we kind of have two things going there. We lowest team last year to ever win the plate, and this
Yep.
year, first team to ever win it twice.
Also
So-
joining that
Back
club
to back,
of
yeah.
people to win hardware 2 years in a row.
Yep, and thanks to all the refs and for everyone who put all the efforts out for the games.
Yep.
That's a really good
That's
point,
very
too. I didn't even really think about it, but there were a lot. The success of the 3 seeds in
Yeah.
the tournament is actually really impressive. Rats making it all the way to the Twain final.
Yeah.
Kicking Assets winning the plate.
And
Muddy Waters making the finals.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Speaking of the number 3s, we got River City Matadors 16, Poshwash 5.
This
Oh,
game I
boy.
fucked up horribly, so maybe not so smart.
What happened, Aaron? I couldn't believe it either.
I'm blaming this loss on Frank Ryan. He let us know a day before that he was going to be doing fantasy football draft instead of playing kickball.
Are you serious?
Yep.
What?
So he's a dick. He's off the team.
Off the team.
And then about 2 hours before our game, our first baseman got called into work and couldn't play. So we had to shuffle last minute, put people in different places. I don't know if Paul noticed, but we switched our defensive position like 6 times. Couldn't get it together. Missing your center fielder and your first baseman is rough. But we tried our hardest. I had some decent kicks and got a couple runs in, but other than that, I kind of also blacked out and was like, well, everybody showed up kind of defeated, knowing that we didn't have our defense there. So we tried, but it is what it is.
All right.
By the way, some hilarious banter with you and Marcus of RC Mats.
Oh, yeah.
That was funny.
So Marcus got hurt on Friday night. He pulled his groin in City League, and so he kicked the ball right at me, and I didn't catch it. It bounced right off my chest, went right over my head. And so I was like, hey, I thought you didn't want to run because you pulled your groin. And everybody on their team, Matadors, thought I said, I hope you pull your groin. And I was like, no.
Jesus.
I would never say that. I love Marcus. And so
That is absolutely what you said. Fuck this revisionist history bullshit.
so Marcus came up to me and was like, they don't fucking know. They don't care about me. And I was like, you're right.
Revisionist history. Paul, you want to come up and talk about this game? I'm good. Okay. All right.
Yeah, you are good.
You are
Redlegs 3.
The only thing I wanted to say, I'm sorry.
Oh, God damn it.
Who picked us to win that game? I'm just saying.
I'm
pretty sure I did.
didn't. Yeah, there were 1 or 2
I
people
didn't.
did.
I didn't even make
not.
a pick,
Yeah.
Paul.
I did not there, Paul.
All right. Redlegs 3, Love Garden 7. That's about what we expected, right?
Seth correctly called it Red Legs would not be able to score 5 or more runs.
What was that?
Oh, yeah, we split the line, huh?
Yeah.
Did we put the line? Yeah. All right. Keith. Oh, he doesn't care.
Yeah, he must
All
have
right.
known you were going to talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 second.
He's getting cash.
It was kind of an interesting game. Red Lake scored 3 in the first, and then just got blanked the rest of the game.
Jesus.
And it took the Squids until the 4th to score anything.
Did they get
But
their
then-
D back, or is it still to be determined?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. No, they got the D back. Now they're Love Garden Squiz. They're no longer Love Garden Squiz.
I think I reffed that game. I've reffed so many games. I've kind of, but does it say there I reffed it? It's Chelsea.
It's got Mick Cotton as the head ref on here.
Okay, then I did definitely not ref that game. I'm not Mick Cotton. My bad. Yeah. It seemed like I did though, but all right. Yeah.
No, it looks like
Here's Keith.
Rockets and Fees ref this game.
All right, Keith, what happened?
God damn, the ATM took a while. Like, it's just weird. That took me like 20 minutes to make that happen. But what are we talking about? Red Legs?
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, every game in the Twain was very hard. Actually, the Red Leg was at 6-3,
7-3.
7-3.
7-3. Yeah. It was a tough game. I'm pretty sure they got up on us like 2-0, like right off the bat. And we just pushed back. I mean, Walker was hammered, but somehow we still won.
In the first game?
He was completely worthless the entire day. Like, I kid you not. Completely worthless.
Taking his name too
I can
seriously.
see like maybe the third game he's hammered, or this
No.
like the end of the second. But the first game,
He had those eyes right when he walked out. And I was like,
that
well,
1,000-yard stare.
he said he was hurt. Yeah, he did. Exactly.
Oh.
That could
He
be a
was
good
hurt.
nickname for him. Walker Johnny Walker.
Jesus, it was. I was like, all right, well, I can't count on you this game. All right, who else we got? But no, Jake wasn't there. Zeke wasn't there.
yeah, because
so,
Jake's got school, right?
Yep.
Zeke's got school. Yeah,
Wash
becoming
you.
a doctor. Yeah, I thought he was becoming a doctor. He's always wearing a lab coat, so I assumed.
I think that's just actually his fashion.
Yeah. He's pioneering the lab coat chic.
And then Jake's at school in St. Louis, so yeah, they couldn't be with us, but yeah, we made it happen. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice. All right.
Talk about the next game. You want me to stay up
Yeah.
Well,
jump over it.
Talk about all our victories here.
No, we'll. Come
Oh
back
yeah,
to
it's
you
a
in
ways
second.
down. Yeah.
You
We'll
know,
come back to you.
I've never been to Twain before, but I gotta admit, like, losing like early second round for us, and then like, it still feels really good to win that Twain though. Like 3 games in a row. Like, I'm happy again.
Yeah, you
like
still
I
get
was
a
so
trophy.
pissed off, but now I'm happy again.
You got to be hard to win hardware, man.
We won that Twain, so yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next game. Wait, spoiler alert, people. All right. D-holes 5.
Now let's just
Rats,
skip them all then.
7. Yeah. Alex, come on up.
This was a surprise.
Yeah, a little bit.
No, it wasn't. No, 12-7.
Oh wait, no, wait.
12-7.
Yeah, you skipped
we
a round.
skipped over.
D-holes over drop
Drop
stoppers.
stoppers over D-holes. Yeah,
12-7,
17-7. Which we don't need to talk about.
Was that the score?
12-7.
12-7.
Okay.
12-7.
I was like, wow, that's a lot more than I thought it was.
Whatever.
No,
You won.
Yeah, we won. No, I mean they played hard. They did really well. They had a couple of really good late innings on us. Where they scored like 2 or 3 in a couple innings. But we did our little clinic on them and did what we could with the win coming in. So.
All right. Thanks. We got Rats. 5. Ladybird 3. Come on up.
Oh.
You stink, Brad. Love you.
Cool guys walk away from CJ.
Yep.
Slowly.
Yeah.
So,
And-
I assume this game, since it was so low scoring, was this a wind blowing in game? Does anyone?
YC
8.
Yeah, most likely.
That score seemed pretty low.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was blowing
8
in from left field, which is the Harpies like power field.
Yeah,
Yeah.
8 is situated like 2, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, facing the same
Is
way.
it 2 or 3?
2.
Okay.
It's facing that way. If that makes sense.
That way.
I gotcha.
And
Oh wait,
motions
we're
for
not on
victories.
video. I forgot.
Wait,
Yeah.
That's southeast, right?
So for those at home,
That's
yeah, you're kinda
southeast.
screwed.
Yeah, southeast.
All right. So Rats, Ladybird. All right. D-holes 5. Rats 7. Alex.
This one sucked.
Yeah,
If you remember what I said at the very beginning of the season is don't sleep on the Rats. They have a really, really solid, tight-knit core and crew now.
Truth.
And a lot of speed. And when you don't have to defend 2/3 of the field because of the wind, that helps a hell of a lot. And you just have to be exceptionally precise with your kicks, which unfortunately we were not. We had long bunts that went to Nicole numerous times, and she just threw us out. She's playing bump block. Or, what's his name? Kenny at third threw us out a lot too. We made a stand late trying to get back into the game. And from a standpoint of defense, you know, from a defensive standpoint, like I wasn't at catch when they scored all their runs, and we were out of our normal defensive alignment. We put Steven at catch, we put Brian at pitch. I was out in right field, and we got 8 up alive in the infield. And when we switched back, they stopped scoring runs. So does that mean that they would have not scored 5 runs on us in the 3rd inning? Not 100%, but I think that the alignment would have been better against them.
Yeah.
From an offensive standpoint, I absolutely shit the bed in this game. I could not kick a ball fucking anywhere except for their right fielder until the very end of the game. And for that, we lost because I couldn't produce with the top of our lineup being on the bases at all.
Yeah.
And
So you pull a cougar.
sure, if that's what you call it these days.
That's not what a cougar is. A cougar
I
is
think
you
it-
kick it terribly, scream at yourself, and then get on base anyway.
Oh, that's right. Well, not all the time.
Yeah.
Most of the time I'm out. So, yeah.
So in that respect, like, I feel bad for our team because I couldn't do anything to help us offensively. And
Well, if it makes you feel better, Alex, no one person loses the game. I mean, you guys all sucked.
yeah, it is true. Now, I mean, everybody played their heart out, and for like I said, just for me, it's I let them all down by not being able to get them in. So that's my job.
There's always next year.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
3.5 teams.
Oh my gosh.
He's gonna be so angry about that. Should be his fucking nickname next year.
Yeah. 3.5 teams. Gosh dang it.
Los Mats 3, Love Garden 7. Keith, come on back up.
Da-da-da.
Yeah, both. I mean, like, I thought Red Legs were hard. Like, I knew they were going to be tough, but I mean, the mats. Just looking at the seeds, like, you know, I figured you guys, you know, what were you, Santos?
16.
16, and what were the Red Legs like?
They were
much
a
higher,
13.
'cause they were at 2.
Red Legs were 13.
Yeah, I mean, it shows right there. Like, and you guys had the lead for the first little bit. You're up 2-0, and then like, I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I looked at my teammates' minds, and like, we were just thinking, be like, oh, this is, you know, like, but somehow we pulled off. Both those teams were amazing, and that just goes to shows that you know, those teams like 15 through 10, they're legit too. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like yeah. So, I love the Twain now. I like those other tournaments that I've never been into, or the brackets. Yeah. Add to the trophy. Yeah, we're adding tentacles to it.
All right, stay right there, Keith, because in the Twain final, Love Garden 6, actually Love Garden 10, Rats 6.
Yeah, so it turns out this was the easiest game for us, which was in the final. Yeah, I did. You know, I knew Rats was really good, and D-Holes was really good. I feel like you guys. I feel like, you know, I was thinking about coming up here and being nice, but I was just like, I'm just going to say what I think right now. You know, just let it out. You know, Walker was worthless.
We appreciate that.
You know,
You only needed 2 full games for your legs to warm up and score in the first.
dude, yeah. And then Red Legs were legit. Matadors were legit. And then the Rats, we thought like, oh man, the Rats are playing really well, but we just whooped them. It was a nice end to the season.
Fun fact, though, all of your games, margin of victory, 4 runs.
Yeah. it felt well, you know, you get towards the end of the game.
Yeah, they put 3 up late.
It was a big 4.
Yeah. So
the easiest one.
yes, so I mean, I feel like the D-Holes Rats match, I feel like your guys, you just tired them out because they came over, they like rushed over. Aaron forgot his shirt at the other field. He was asking about it. Yeah, so I mean, I think they were just out of it, like rushing over there and then playing. So I think we got a little lucky that they hit a lull, but yeah, it ended up being relatively easy for us to win.
You guys had like an incredible immediate defensive turnaround from like the entire season. I'm pretty sure you gave up as many runs this entire day in those 3 games as.
It sucks we hit our stride and that.
Sandbag.
Is that what it was?
Sandbag.
I got to
Truth is
admit,
out.
I didn't know how to make it to the Twain. I didn't know about any other tournaments. Like I didn't know the other brackets. Like I had no idea. I had never been there before in my fourth season.
Well, if you guys just want to hang out and play in the Twain every year, you're welcome.
It was pretty fun. It was pretty fun. It was all like middle level teams. You know, we're an upper level team. So yeah, it was nice. You know?
Yeah.
Good games, but we're gonna win them. So yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. Plus, it's also the coolest trophy. So there's that.
It's gonna be even cooler once we put tentacles on it. So.
Oh my God. Did you say tentacles or testicles? Because Nick already did the latter.
Tentacles. It's a tough word, okay?
He's been drinking as well.
I drank half a beer.
All right.
Thanks, Keith.
Moving on. Jackpot 11, John Denver 6. I mean,
You want to talk about it?
not really.
It was a close game.
It was a really close game.
Until you guys ran away
I will
with it.
say this. Bottom of the first, Simon's first at bat. He kicks a really nice ball and ends up hurting himself, and he has to basically sit for the rest of the day. So we lost our captain and one of our best kickers. First game, first at bat. That sucked.
Yeah, he basically fouled it and kicked it to the fence in that first at bat.
Yeah.
Before he kicked his leg out the next time.
Yeah, so we were already kind of a little deflated by that. John Denver, obviously a good team. They were able to stick with us until about the 8th inning. And so we put up a 5 spot on them. I think I led off that inning, and that's kind of what started our rally.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they're a good team. We took care of business when we had to, but yeah, no.
It was a 1 win but a loss. Win at a cost.
Yes, definitely win at a big cost to us.
Yeah. But at least,
go ahead.
well, at least CJ, you can end your KBKL career never losing to the Goats. You never lost.
Oh wow.
Is that
Good.
Right? No,
Good.
No, actually, no, that's not true.
True.
You did lose the once in the playoffs.
2013,
Sorry.
yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
Sorry, CJ.
Way
Sorry.
to bring that up, asshole.
I was inaccurate. Okay? I was trying to build you up, and then my facts were wrong. I'm sorry. I got you something at the end of the game.
You just cougar cursed me.
Stealth burn
Yeah.
right there.
You can't cougar curse after the fact, man.
That's a cougar curse.
It still does not exist.
He's never going to beat the Goats again now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fake news. Did you get those results on Google?
Yeah. Their algorithm is off. All right. Chalmers is 7, Muddy Waters 21.
Oh my goodness.
Dang. Didn't get a few third down conversions.
Yeah,
apparently.
tripled them up. That's a shellacking.
I call this upset in the bracket.
I thought this was going to be a
Yay.
lot closer,
You didn't call it
though.
an upset, really. I mean,
Well, no, on the proceeding wise, an upset.
Yeah.
But I did call it my bracket in the Cougar After Dark, so.
All right.
I'm
Next
smart.
game.
Nope, okay.
Probably game of the weekend, I would say. Lawrence Shirt Factory 17, Red Lion 14.
Oh, so much fun.
I mean,
Yeah. Well, it's not a choke job. This is just what happens when Lion plays Lawrence Shirt Factory. We were up by 3, and we hit the top of our lineup in the top of the 8th, and we could not score. And I was talking to Bryson outside. I was like, "We're only up 3, and they're coming to the good part of their lineup. It's this game is far from over." And they, like, as I was talking to him, they scored 7 runs without taking an out.
without taking an out?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they got all 7 before they recorded the first out.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
That is
it's
correct.
true.
Yeah, and then we had then we hit the mid to late part of the lineup in the 9th and couldn't get anything.
Yeah.
So it was pretty much over there. But I feel like we gave them a run, and I think maybe we're just one player that isn't used to losing to Happy Shirt away from beating them.
Good luck finding that person.
Right.
Yeah, I had the
Well, Derek, you're up here for some reason. What?
I had the pleasure of reffing this game, and hindsight is 2020, but this was the best game of the entire day.
Yeah.
That's what I just said.
No, I said that. Maybe. No, it was great. I've never seen a game end the way it ended, which I thought was both
That was
awesome
odd.
and
That was odd.
shocking in the
Yeah.
same respect. Outcome was still the same.
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah.
awesome.
What happened?
So there's one out. Massey's on one, and Brent is going to kick. And then Brent pops it up kind of right past second base. Dick Tyler tracks it down, and he literally gets his hands on it and then pushes it to the ground, forcing the double. Massey's running halfway, sees the catch, stops. Brent sees the catch, stops. Or, Massey started to run back, and then Tyler drops it on purpose to double it up. He touches the base. Brent doesn't know what to do. He starts taking off, and the ball is now thrown to one. Paulie's ready for it, and then Massey jumps up and knocks the ball out of mid-flight. And I was home ref, so I had to call a dead ball, player at 1 out for the 3rd out for the end of the game.
Oh, man.
You're off the hook, CJ.
Not to my house.
Yeah.
Did
I was like,
Mutombo
game over. That sucks. But it was crazy to watch. I've seen people kind of flare their arm a little bit, like on a tag, maybe bobble the
No,
ball
he
out.
jumped up to hit.
That was a volleyball spike.
Spiked it out of the air.
Volleyball
He was like, Brandon was like, "We're toast here."
Yeah.
Just bucket.
It was tragic, but awesome to watch as well.
It was a very Lion way to lose a game.
Oh my gosh.
I was definitely talking to him about that on Thursday. Man.
I knew the game was over in when we had a scoring rally and we got to like this 7th or something like that, and Tyler was yelling at his team for being awful, and I was like, "Oh shit, it's over now."
To be fair, Red Lion had Lawrence Shirt Factory on their heels for most
them
of the
on the
game.
ropes.
They battled back the entire time.
Yeah, because when I showed up, I think it was
like 7-1 Red Lion or something.
when I
like
showed up, it was like basically even. Or
okay, you had on.
Shirt Factory had just taken the lead,
I wanna
and
say it
then
was
like
like
they
11,
kind of just
11,
went
yeah.
back and forth for like
Yeah.
3 or 4 innings. It seemed
But
like.
it took Lawrence Shirt Factory like 5 innings to just get it tied.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, it was a great game to watch and ref.
There was
They
a
got
few
medal.
errors for the Red Lion as well, and the outfield.
Yeah, some outfield.
The wind was playing some tricks. So
Yeah.
it looked tough.
Watch it from
Right
home
field.
plate.
I mean, the ball was dying over in the right field.
Yeah, we couldn't figure out that. Couldn't decide whether to play hedge a little bit back because of the gap between right and center because the wind was pushing that way, or hedge up because the ball was diving. And I think we just got burned there.
Yeah, I felt bad for the center fielder watching from home plate. You just saw the ball knuckle every time. I think Bickle had one of them. He went, laced this thing, and it probably shifted 3 or 4 times left or right. So the center fielder had no idea where it was going to go.
Yeah, there was some awesome catches out there by both teams.
Mm-hmm.
I was really impressed with the way Shirt Factory came back, especially because it felt like Nevervee didn't yell at Derek once, I don't think. And I'm like, that must mean we're getting all the calls. So all the close calls are going to us. But Shirt Factory still came back.
He pulled that move where I think John had the ball and sort of lobbed it back to Bree, and he ran home from third. And that was a savvy bet.
I think they call that a Derek Davis, actually.
So I was trying real hard to keep as much control as possible. So, like, anytime the pitcher had solid control of the ball, I was trying to make a conscious effort to call time.
Yeah.
Just trying to maintain, an even field. And for whatever reason, whoever was in front of Chris Neverby scored. The ball gets to Peach like a second later, and he's kind of pissed. And he literally just, drops it on the ground, and it dribbles to Bree. And Chris sees it, and he's kind of, in middle of the third baseline, and he's, looking, he takes off running. And Peach and all the happy shirters like, oh, he stopped motion. I was like, the pitcher wasn't even near the ball. There was no stoppage there.
There was no stoppage.
So I think they were mad because they thought or assumed I was going to call time. But you only call time when the pitcher has the ball.
Yeah.
So then the very next play, somebody bunts and Peach is just standing straight up, hands on his hips, watches the ball go around in unison. Chris Ford and Tyler both scream at him. He's like, get your head in the fucking game. And, that was it. And then they, Happy Shirt of old Pita Pit, all that, they instantly switched it back over, and they came right back. So it was crazy.
Yeah. All right. Next game, Kansas Tree Care 7, Geezers 3. Bryson.
Well, we held on to the smallest margin of victory in the tournament. We had a game plan. It was a very long game plan. And I showed up to the field, and the wind said, fuck your game plan. Because our game plan was to keep the ball away from Lou, who ended up probably being the most valuable player of the tournament in all 3 games they played that day. And there was just nothing we could do. Their bunt defense is amazing, and obviously, you played on that field. You couldn't really do anything to the right side of the field, and your only option was kicking it to the left side of the field, and Lou stopped everything. They had 4 double plays off of Lou catching balls that were rocketed at him or bunted at him and throwing people out at first base, and we just couldn't get anything going. And Lou also basically won him the game in the 3rd inning, I think it was. There's 2 questionable calls that I think could have gone either way that loaded up the bases for him, and Lou bombed to left field and had a stand-up double that kicked in 3, and that ended up kind of telling the story there. So it was a good game. I love playing those guys.
I did notice he had some bulletin board material, the biggest drop-off. He had a sign.
I had my biggest drop-off sign. Yeah. 2 of you labeled us, Cougar, you were one of them, labeled us as the biggest drop-off from last year to this year at the beginning of the season. So
I did like that sign.
It didn't win us the game, though. So.
Yeah, but Lou had one of those. He burned the left fielder once in every game. That seemed like it was maybe not so much the championship game because that was already in hand.
Well, he did get that double in the championship, though.
Yeah,
and that was straight out.
I was saying we were already up, but
right.
He had sort of the game-breaking kick over the left fielder in both the first and second round game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's a beast.
Defensively, I just got to pretty much stand in right field and watch the Lou show. Bryson said the same thing. I think 3 of them were just rockets right at Lou. Doubled up first base. Another one I think went to Kenny. Came in hard and got one. I think there was 1, maybe 2 balls kicked to me in right field the whole time, and it just hung up there forever. So you had all day to get underneath it, and then Lou's kick to kind of break it open. He just got up into the wind stream, and it took it out there pretty deep, and that kind of put us on the forefront for more.
So basically, you should have just easy share right field. Go, I got to catch this ball and get off your chair and go catch it.
Yeah, I
Easy
mean,
day.
it was a very, very. I mean, just watching it hang up there, the only thing you had to worry about was just how long it was going to take to get there. Like, it just took forever, and then you pretty much after the second inning gave up going that direction.
Yeah.
It was everything straight at Lou, and that's when he started to shine.
Yeah.
And that field was miserable. We actually, like in the 5th inning, I don't think they scored again after that. We literally put a girl in right field and a girl at first base and a girl at second base and moved all of our guys to the left side of the field. And you can basically went 1, 2, 3 throughout the rest of the game. Like, you couldn't do anything on the right side of the field in that game, or it was going to fly up in the air and someone was going to catch it. So that's kind of what neutralized the game from there.
Okay, next game. Lawrence Shirt Factory 6, KTC 12. You guys want to talk about that one?
I'd listened. I don't think I was here maybe 2 weeks ago, and you guys had said it was tough to beat Happy Shirt 3 times in a row, which we actually already had. That was our 4th time in a row.
Nice.
So
It was,
I
yep.
I wanted to correct you guys on that. but-
You're right. No, you're right.
No, it is tough to beat them 3 times in a row. Just
Yeah,
saying what we
you're
already
right,
had.
yeah.
But yeah, sort of what we brought up. It was I think 5-5 in top 7 when Lou hit the 3-run homer over the fence in left field on YSC 4, and it just felt like the momentum after that.
Yeah.
We all had the dog pile at home plate, and just sort of felt like like this game is ours. As long as we don't fuck it up defensively. Felt like we had enough momentum from that to carry through.
Yeah, I mean, once Lou hit the 3-run bomb, defensively we all just kind of zoned in, knew that if we kind of kept playing our KTC defense, it was going to take care of itself. They had a few, base runners get on, and then Lou would make a play. They'd try and kick it to the outfield. We'd make a good play. So the defense kind of locked in. And I think, honestly, once that 3-run bomb hit, everybody kind of showed up, came to play, and it hit the fan from there.
It was Alex, I think Chris Ford got him over center, and it sort of went off his hands, and then he was trying to recover and pulled his hamstring. That was
like first inning.
Yeah, so we had to move Pete to center from there, and that was a little dicey there because Grant, our first baseman, was already playing on one hamstring. So at that point, we had 2 guys basically on one leg, so it was
all on the same side of the field too.
I knew we had that game in the bag when Tyler just started melting down. He was very pissed, and it just brought so much joy to me. I just
Humility
knew,
to
and I was
Hannah.
so happy. I just kept bouncing around, making sure my team was happy, and they just never put smiles on their face after that. It was awesome.
One of these days, you'll learn humility there, Hannah. One of these days.
Maybe.
There's hope for everyone.
There's hope for everyone.
Yeah,
There's
no.
still time. I'll
There's still
live
time.
a long time.
Yeah, I know.
All right. The next game, we don't need to talk about it. No, kidding. Jackpot 6, Muddy Waters 13. Woo. Into the road for the champs.
Man, they beat you by even more than KTC beat Lawrence Shirt Factory by.
Yeah, by a run. This is probably the worst loss we've had, margin of victory wise, in 5 years, 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
So this one definitely hurt. Not having Simon in the lineup definitely came back to kick us in the ass. Losing him with some refereeing that may not have been up to par for a game of that magnitude, and not getting calls that were clear outs.
Who were the refs?
Definitely kind of helped our meltdown, helped aid our meltdown. So yeah, and when those things kind of happen, when you're not getting calls over and over again, it definitely deflates you, and we could not get out of it. We could not pull ourselves up at all.
Well, you scored 4 in the 6th.
Yeah, we started, and then just another bad call, and it's just like, fuck, what do we have to do? So yeah,
Probably not make it the ref's responsibility to win.
no, that's true, but also we didn't help. Well, granted, yes, we did not help ourselves at all offensively. However,
Did you guys find that you were in situations where you're just one batter short of getting some people in, and that's kind of where Simon plays in?
yes,
It looks to me
also
like he had,
Win played a huge part in that too, because we're definitely a team that relies mainly on putting the ball in play, just not bunting necessarily, but just putting the ball, finding a gap, and putting the ball there. And since the wind was blowing in for the most part, we it really limited our options, so they could key in on that a little bit better. And then for a lot of us, especially myself, like, I haven't bunted all season, so it was definitely hard. And I don't play 365 anymore, so it definitely is something that I just kind of came out of the bag for me, that, something like that. But
Kind of interesting. First game, Muddy didn't have Isaac. You guys won by 7. Second game, they have Isaac. You don't have Simon. They win by 7.
yeah, I mean, we're both missing good players, so yeah, it's actually the first time that Muddy Waters has beat us in, I think, 6 tries or something like that. 5 or 6 tries. So
way to go, Muddy.
Yeah, way to go for them. Because that is the only high point of their night. Because championship game, Kansas Tree Care 17, Muddy Waters 2.
When I was
largest
standing down
margin
there-
of victory in KVKL history.
And is that the biggest in the championship game?
Yes, 15.
I was standing down there getting ready to scorekeep, and I turned around and saw CJ there, and I was like, "So what's your prediction, CJ?" And he goes, "KTC just better beat the shit out of him," or something like that.
And they did.
And they did.
I saw, like, basically when Muddy could not get anything in the first inning, and then KTC does what they do and puts up 5 like it's nothing, I turned to whoever I was sitting next to and was like, this game's over. This game is over.
Yeah, I thought that was huge. Top of the first with Isaac and Eli getting on, and
Yeah.
I think they kicked 2 straight outs, like right to third base.
Yeah.
It was just,
That first one was just so crazy because it just went right to Lou and just was an easy play at third base.
Definitely, that was a boost because we knew we get through that top of the order, top of the first.
Yeah,
we're
because if you look
confident
at our score line with us when they played us, all their runs pretty much were just from the top 4 people.
Yeah, I noticed that. The
So,
top 4 batters scored in your game in
Yeah.
order. So
Yeah.
definitely wanted to control the hot start.
Yeah, you guys had to feel good blanking them and then putting up 5.
Yeah, definitely.
With your defense.
I kind of feel like obviously whenever we beat Happy Shirt twice, but I feel like we played our best 2 games both times under the lights at Hobbs. So I feel like we thrive under there. Everyone gets locked in.
That field's fun.
And me personally, I know it sucks like the next day, but I like the 3 days because like last year we had the week off before the championship game. It just gives everyone time to like tense up, and it's a big thing. Now it's like we just came right from beating Happy Shirt. It's like, we'll just play another game.
Yeah.
You take the cleats off. You're
You
just,
got 2
ready
weeks
to go.
before that where you're playing 2 games apiece, and then you just you could play 1, and everybody's watching.
And 2013 when we won was the triple header too.
Yeah, that's right.
So you guys are kings of the triple header here.
I like it. Maybe in like 5-10 years, I'd probably say something different. But right now,
Yeah, I was not looking forward to maybe potentially playing a third game, man.
Somebody calls in a bomb threat next year, we'll know who it is.
Obviously, like Alex and I aren't, but we have a lot of guys that play the 3-6-5, so they're used to playing multiple games in a day.
And it shows for you, Pete. I mean, my gosh, you went 5 for 5 with 4 RKIs and you had a home run.
Yeah. And
Hey,
4
yeah,
runs,
you
4 runs scored
MVP.
too.
Yeah, MVPs, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, I was completely under the impression when you guys mentioned it that Lou actually had won the MVP because, like we had said,
There is no MVP.
I didn't
We're
know
just
there was.
we're just making
there,
that
I
up.
was like, if someone said it, and I was like, wait, really? There's just like this is all
Yes,
official.
you win a card. You win a card, Pete.
I was like, if there's actually an award for this,
No,
why the hell am I
there's
on
a
it?
Chevy truck for you out in center field.
Thank God.
It's like when they gave the Finals MVP to Iguodala over Steph Curry.
Yeah,
Like we know.
Oh, gee,
It all balances out because Pete's humble enough for the both of us.
I didn't honestly, full disclosure, I didn't know anything of the statistics until we got to the bar and Ben told me what had happened. I had no idea. If you know anything about how I operate offensively, people ask
How
what
much
I
ass
do.
I kicked.
Before I kick every single time, the number one thing that I do is I find either Kenny, Lou, or Angela and ask them, what do you want me to do? Because, I'm coming from 8 years of big ball kickball to little ball, which this is a ton of fun, but I had no idea what a lot of the strategies were. So it became a habit. I literally just ask them every time I find one of them, and they tell me, all right, do this or that. And, otherwise, I overthink the hell out of it.
Kick a home run.
I got you. I got to keep
home
it
run.
simple.
Kick a double.
I I love the leaders on our team. Like Angela is awesome because
Yeah.
you can just look at her and she'll sometimes just say one word and you know what
No,
to
she gives you
do.
the stare. You just know. It's a
You
stare.
just know. And a lot of leaders on our team that just help out so
Yeah.
much, keeping us focused.
I gotta say, the biggest difference from you guys last year, this year, was additions to, you mentioned Angela and Janae. I mean, just wonderful additions. They got two, they're the best females in the league. And for you to have,
I would
to pick
agree
those
with
two
that.
as a free agent.
Not gonna hear me argue.
Yeah. It's
I'll argue
amazing.
with that.
Yeah, so there you go. I'm sure for you guys, like, there's motivation going from last year and the heartbreaking extra inning loss to Wildman there to here. And I bet you guys are on a mission to basically undo the wrong that was last year. So
We did not want to let the championship game this year get anywhere near extra innings. I was not trying to.
and you did not.
Well
still
done.
play us in extra
Yeah,
innings.
it's like we got
You came much closer to it being a run rule.
Yeah.
It's like we got like 3 or 4 innings. No need to fuck around on defense. Let's
Yeah.
just finish this shit.
Yeah.
Like,
And by the way, there's more records about this. You mentioned the winning margin ever is 15. Also, 17 runs is the highest run scored for the championship team. 17. 12, good record for Muddy Waters, lowest seeded team ever to make it the championship game. That is 12. The previous record, I believe, is you guys.
Yeah.
Ben was at 11 seed 3 years ago, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Oh, you're
Actually, it
11
might have
seed.
been 10. I don't
10, okay.
yeah.
And another good milestone is like first time in KVKL championship game history where the captain and or co-captain of either team are female.
Yeah,
Hannah
and
and Claire
Hey.
for Muddy Waters.
We
Huge
get
milestone.
shit done. We get shit done.
Absolutely.
And I just have to say shout out to Claire and her whole team.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, like they've got a taste for it now and they're going to be unstoppable next year. I mean, it's a lot of pressure, playing 3 games in a row. People are hurt, people are tired, people drink.
Yeah.
But they held it together and class acts all around. I mean, they still brought it till
Yeah.
the very end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to have to schedule some more 365 tournaments
Is-
around championship weekend.
Is the highest seed making to the finals? Is that because they played so well, or because it was terrible seeding by the?
Well,
Oh,
if they would have not gone to Denver, they would have definitely been like a 1 or 2 seed.
Yeah, I hear you.
One.
I mean, KTC had a bunch of people that went. I know Noah and Alex don't like that they go off and play other tournaments.
Yeah, but KCC
Hey,
didn't-
Noah and Alex,
but
welcome
KTC
to the
planned around
Squids,
that.
Noah and
That's
Alex. Thank
KTC
you.
didn't
Yes.
drop a
Not
game
so-
because of it.
not
That's
so-
the
But they
problem.
feel the team to beat the homies like 17-2, so whatever, fine.
It's gonna be nice having the McKees on our team next year. Though.
oh, all right.
Yeah.
Take it easy there, Keith. Just show up to softball tomorrow night.
Yeah.
I've got like a minor discussion question. I don't know if you guys are doing discussion
No.
questions tonight.
No.
But I got a minor one. Based off obviously what we've seen of KVKL this year and know what's happening next year, like you obviously not being here, and Jake being gone from Love Garden, how many championships do you think KTC is going to win in a row?
I've got him for next year too, but I wouldn't underestimate Jackpot's ability to recruit players.
Steal.
Poach.
Speaking of poaching, I'll give credit to you, Bryson. I don't know how much you were involved with the recruiting, but just the way that you guys were able to reload after losing Isaac, Janae, like Angela in years past. It just seemed like you guys had a lot of talent leave in the past few years. And
Yeah, I mean,
You've lost 3 players that were in the
yeah,
championship
for sure.
game.
And I mean, honestly, a lot of it came, like days before the season and in the season. Like, I know Mike came up here and thanked the repetitions captain for bringing us Morgan, but the best girl on our team is Morgan's friend who had never played kickball before. And a couple other people on our team as well. I mean, Cole Moose, KU's former punter, was Mike shooting him an email. I shit you not. Like, you just emailed him. And obviously we have Isaac's brother and myself. A couple of them are my friends as well. So I mean, we really scrapped together our team this year, which was impressive for how we did. And I mean, everyone had labeled us the biggest drop off, obviously. So I don't know how things will look next year, but hopefully we can bring more people back.
To answer your question real quick, whether KTC, they'll definitely be the favorite, next year. But of course, the question is, no other team has ever successfully defended their KVKL championship. Only one franchise, and that's Lawrence Shore Factory, 08-09, and also 14, 15, 16. That was the only teams that ever done it. It's tough.
Hey, Cougar, does Tyler take you to dinner for sucking his dick?
No,
Or what's
no. No.
Okay, just curious.
No. Yeah, go ahead and sit down, Bryson. That was very cute. Anyways, no, in all seriousness, it's tough being the hunted. I mean, Hannah, you were there in 2013, you know, when you had to defend the championship in 14. It's a big target in your back. And I'm sure that it felt different being the defending champion for that following season.
I mean, everybody wants to. They'll bring it because they know.
Yeah, sure.
And you've also are on a high because you won, so you're not fighting as hard as we definitely fought really hard this season.
Yeah, that's
we
why
wanted it.
Right. That's why.
I'm not gonna be chill. I'm not gonna be chilled out next year.
But
That's really not in my
Noah
nature.
is Zen now, so he will.
I did not lose
It'll
my
be.
shit once
It'll be.
on
This is
Sunday.
just something that happens just as the evolution of teams go. It'll be interesting to see like if you guys turn into the hated team because
I think
I
it might be
really
going
doubt
there.
it.
Yeah.
I think it might. I mean,
just doubt that. We're so much
like
fun.
even at
keeps
a
talking
certain
shit,
time,
making
Jackpot
keeps
was the
acting
plucky
like that.
upstart that people were cheering for. So I mean, it,
I mean, I
it
always
happens.
cheer for you guys.
I could
still.
see it happening.
No, it's just one of those things that happens. It
Because
just no, because in this, yeah, exactly.
I
You
mean,
stay,
all
you
our
stick around long
parents
enough.
come and they love
You're
us
either
so
Ty the
much.
hero.
So.
Yeah, people just
Are
fucking like you no
you're
more.
good long enough to become the villain?
Yeah, please quote
Yeah.
Batman right now.
I'm not gonna take it personal if it does.
Yeah, I mean you
Yeah,
shouldn't,
no.
but it's just
No.
one of those things. That
There's
it's
one.
just-
There's
I
one.
was cool with that guy.
There's one thing that vitiates against that, and it's that. And maybe I just haven't seen the right games. But as far as I can tell, when Tree Care gets a call against them, they just play. They don't complain about it. Nothing more than a quick word maybe.
Hannah's the only
I'm
one
the
you're gonna
only
hear.
one that
Yeah,
yells.
and
And
the rest of them
I-
are just like
I don't
that's
mind when
over.
people yell
Next
at me.
play, and I think that kind of attitude it hedges against the perception of them as villains because they're just good and they keep on playing.
All right. So, Phil,
Yeah, I just thought of something. Speaking of evolution of the league, I want to say I love Jackpot's jerseys this year. and also, I thought Muddy Waters were superb. Top 2 jerseys in the league. I want to see more people doing that.
Some good shit.
Yeah.
yeah,
I thought
we definitely were
that
trying to be
starts
as
something.
tacky as possible,
I
and we
had
definitely
I love
succeeded.
it.
pockets, though. We had pockets.
You guys had number 3 jerseys in the league.
We had frockets. Those are front pockets. Frockets.
Front pockets.
for your
On
joints.
the tanks, too. I mean, come on.
I mean,
All right.
Yeah.
So I think that'll do it. Oh wait a second. We got last one of the
Oh
season.
my gosh.
Cougars Comedy Corner.
What's
Kick the can. Dover was able to win it this year.
Oh,
right? Yeah, he did get it.
Yeah, with an
can.
assist from Jackie.
Long story short, he turned around and donated all that money right back to Just Food.
Oh,
Thank you, Dover.
right.
He did say that before, and he would do
I
that.
did like
so
how,
that's very nice.
how
Thanks,
Paul
Dover.
rolled the can over and then stopped right at the last second.
Yeah.
Charity party is on Sunday, September 2nd at the Granada.
No,
Abe and
Abe and Jakes.
Abe and Jakes.
Abe and Jakes?
Abe and Jakes.
Okay. Jakes.
From
I will
7
be-
p.m. to 11 p.m.
I'll be working, help cleaning up. So if you're gonna puke, do it outside. Don't clog the toilets. Just make it easy for me.
Be clean.
Yeah.
Yep.
There will
We
be
will-
auction
all right,
items.
we'll try to do that
There
thing,
will be
though.
alcohol. There
Yeah.
will be dancing
Have fun, guys.
and food. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna get some
We will.
pizza.
Go ahead, Coug.
All right,
Cougars
here's the
Comedy Corner
last
for the
joke
last
of the
time of the
season.
season.
What is the difference between being hungry and horny?
What, Cougar?
Where you put the cucumber. I am so glad we're done with this thing for the whole fucking year.
Was this gimmick better or worse than the one that we did last year? Yeah, the Urban
Honestly,
Dictionary one.
for me, I thought last year was worse. That was more raunchy.
Oh,
The
it
jokes were
certainly was.
Yeah, the jokes were, okay, haha, and so forth. To some of the things you brought, like the Kansas car wash or some other things, like the fuck is all this? Like, what's wrong with you people with all these positions? Like, good God.
Back in my day, we only had the one.
Fuck. It's disgusting.
It's all about which corner of the internet you want to venture into.
That's right.
I guess so.
All right. So, I guess for the last time.
Yeah, I want to just say it's been a pleasure, CJ.
Thank you. For those who don't know, I am no longer going to be the podcast host. This is actually my last season, so yeah.
I don't know if you thought this through, but I used to live in Connecticut, and it fucking sucks. So maybe So maybe just rethink this whole thing. Come back and help us out next year.
It's too late. It's too late.
What part of Connecticut?
Hartford.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Ready for your gift or siege?
It's like living in Paramus, New Jersey. It's the armpit of the East Coast. Jesus. No offense to anybody from Hartford.
Yes, because we have a huge Hartford audience here.
Yeah.
You never know, man. The people that are living there are always trying to get out.
That's very true. All right, so for Noah McKee.
Yep. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pete.
Appreciate it.
Let's go with MVP. I like this.
Yeah, MVP.
Yeah.
MVP. Jason Cougar Huang.
Before we leave, I got something for you. As a
Oh,
gift.
God damn it, Cougar. What is it?
There you go.
Cucumber?
Don't open it. No, it's not a cucumber. It is not a cucumber. Go and open it.
It's a Michigan banner.
It's a flag. Michigan flag.
Yeah.
Fellow Michigan Wolverines fans.
Nice.
Go blue.
Go blue.
Jason Cougar Huang.
Fuck this joke segment.
Ben Hutnick.
Number one task for the offseason, try to convince the rest of the board members that they need to skip number 9 Love Gordon over number 8 Lion for the early season standings next year. I want my 9 back.
Oh my gosh.
And thank you, CJ. It's been a
Yeah,
pleasure.
thank you, CJ.
Thanks, man.
We're gonna miss you, man. It's
All right, so for last time, I am your host, CJ Cobra Kai. These two will see you next summer. I won't.
yeah. We
Bye.
What are you going to Hartford for, anyway? What are you going to Hartford for, anyway?
He's got my sunglasses.
Chasing tail.